So there's a street in Old Saybrook, Connecticut called Seacrest Road. It's about 1/3 of a kilometer long and located near the beach. This is the sign on the south end of the street, and this is the sign on the north end. But look closely and you'll see they're a little bit different. One spells Seacrest as one word, and the other has Seacrest as two words. So which one is right? How would one find the answer? And why should we really care? Let's start with some basics. According to the Washington Post, there are over 1 million roads in the United States. The most popular street name is Park. The second most popular name for a road is Second. It might seem odd that first is used less frequently than second, but streets that would otherwise be named first are frequently named Main instead. In any case, according to Zillow, it depends on your city and/or county, but most often street names are requested by the developers of new subdivisions. But that power isn't unlimited. While developers can feel free to submit any name they'd like for a new street, it typically doesn't work out, because cities have guidelines and standards for certain areas that require street names to be of a specific theme. This makes sense why Seacrest Road, found in a beach community, would be the same neighborhood as Neptune Drive, Atlantic Drive, and Norwood Drive. These nautical-themed roads are all found in Norwood, which was first incorporated in 1929. I figured I'd go to Norwood's website to look up its basic history. It wasn't much help. In search of answers, I drove to the Old Saybrook Historical Society. They also didn't have too many documents to help answer my question, but the Historical Society connected me to these two people, Judy Chace and Kenneth Roche, who have been in Norwood since the early 1940s. What was it like back then?
It was a party strip and
drinking,
and
carrying on,
playing cards, playing piano,
you to
singing.
walk along and man, the singing and carrying on.
Oh, absolutely. And then, and if you were to drive by here at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, there would be lights on in every house on the waterfront, and there would be a party going on. This would be on the weekend mostly. Now you can go by here at 9 o'clock at night, and my house is the only one with a light on.
Yeah, it's amazing. Deadsville, it really
Yes.
is. It's amazing
how that part has changed, and everybody knew everybody, and everybody really had a good time. Though that was a great era, and it was a lot of fun.
Coast Lodge, Simpson and Coast Lodge were the developers. They put the roads in, they built the clubhouse, and they built the tennis courts, I guess. All in all, was paved and finished. Way back then, we had our own water. We had a water tower back in the woods, and we were all supplied water from that water tower.
So all the roads were paved, but there were sort of very few houses, so it's just sort of fields with paved roads in the...
Yes, basically, that's what it was, with houses scattered here and there.
In looking at some old photos from the time, it's true. The roads existed long before development ramped up. This postcard is a recreation of a photo taken in 1920. No buildings. There aren't many buildings near this 1940s home either, or behind this group of teenagers taken in the 1950s. Aerial views, such as this or this, confirm it as well. So I headed to Town Hall, where I was referred to the town clerk, who was able to find two documents about the founding of Norwood. This map and this deed. In reviewing these finds, the discrepancy became clear. In the deed, Seacrest is spelled as one word, whereas on the map, Seacrest is two words. But here's what's important. The deed is from 1933, but the map is from 1924, 9 years earlier. However, as I was reviewing the 1924 map, I had a realization. I had seen it before. A colorized version had been previously created, distributed, and many people in Norwood still have copies. This colorized version, which also lists Seacrest as two words, is undated, but it has a disclaimer. This map is for advertising purposes only, and is subject to final correction by record map filed in the town clerk's office. So back to the town clerk I went, and after being referred by them to the town assessor's office, I finally had my answer. According to the town government, Seacrest is spelled with two words. I can't tell you whose idea it was to create two different signs, why they're still here, or why I even care about this. But I can tell you there was a mystery, and I solved it.